What's up, guys? How you all doing? Hey, I figured I'd throw up another quick update video, kind of tell you guys what I've been up to. It's been very busy here lately, doing lots of different things. I don't know, just you guys know how it is, the day-to-day stuff, trying to juggle work and kids and family stuffs and everything. So it's just been hectic, and I've been sick for a while. Actually, I caught whatever that is going around. I don't know, but it's some bad stuff, man. I'm telling you. I was sick for 2 days, and I mean, it wasn't just, how sometimes you get sick, and it's just kind of like, I've got some vacation, or I've got some sick leave, and yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. Why not? Stay home and, rest up. No, this was like, I have to take work off. I am so sick, I can't even move. So, feeling much better now. It was a rough ride, let me tell you. It was bad. So, hopefully you guys don't get sick. So, don't get sick. Wash your hands. Don't be like me. And wash your hands, don't touch your face. Because, man, that was a rough bout, and I still got the chest stuff, so interesting. But other than that, so that's why I haven't been real social. I've been trying to put up videos when I can. I put up a couple of them here this past week, I think, at the beginning of the week, and towards the end of it or whatever, but I got another Intel Edison. We'll still move forward with the Intel Edison stuff. We'll be looking at how to use the onboard Bluetooth module. That'll be the next probably step that we'll be doing with it. As well as, I don't know, anything else you guys can think up that you want to see with the Intel Edison. I've got another kind of special purpose kind of project. We may kind of take those videos and we may start a section of videos or something, or maybe I'll separate them with a different intro or something on the videos where we actually build something, something that's functional instead of just kind of demoing things, because traditionally we've kind of I kind of do like show you guys how to do something and then kind of do a demo, just like a quick, throw together some LEDs or throw together like a little motor or something, or just, just kind of slap something together just to show you, it working, as opposed to doing like a full build of some sort of a product, of some sort. I've kind of done some kind of quick and dirty things like the DIY stir table, the cooler controller, oh gosh, what else we built? The sprinkler deal and stuff like that. Some of the things that are kind of more of a project. And we may change up kind of how those videos are introduced, since they're more of a product, or project oriented type deal. I think we'll go to that. Also, I'll be posting those types of projects, or at least I'll be trying to as much as I can. Gosh, the social media thing is just kind of crazy. There's so many different pieces of social media out there, and I've signed up for a lot of it. So if you can't find me, then well, I guess maybe Google's not working hard enough for us. But I'm trying to get out there in many different areas, but one that I signed up for recently was Hackaday. Actually, it wasn't been recently. I've been part of Hackaday for a little while now. But anyway, I'm going to try to take more of those project type builds, those kind of all-encompassing, start to finish, from circuit board to finished, in a case and nice looking product. I think we'll try to do those, and I'll probably post those to the Hackaday site. If you want to check me out on Hackaday, it's hackaday.io/misperry. So, yeah. So I've been thinking about some different things, some different adds to the channel. I'm still thinking about those electronic journeys that I was doing. Thinking about getting a different type of camera for that, because it's kind of, I don't know about you, but to me, I don't know, walking through stores and stuff, holding one of those, like probe looking things, where you got the camera on the end of a stick, or walking through the store like this, like selfieing constantly. I don't know. I don't think it's for me. Yeah. Well, things not for me. I don't know. I just, number one, people look at you like you're crazy. People nowadays with YouTube and Netflix and all the other like amateur reporters and stuff that are out there in the world, for some reason they don't realize, I guess, that stuff exists. Because you get some pretty weird looks when you're sitting there videotaping yourself walking around. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe I haven't risen to that level yet. Maybe that's it. But I don't know. I don't know about you, but most engineers, electronics people, are just kind of those of us kind of, I guess, nerds, geeks, whatever you want to call us. We're kind of more, we kind of don't tend to just kind of flamboyantly just go out into public. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Those of you probably know what I'm saying. And so yeah, it's a little unnerving to walk around, calling that kind of attention to yourself. So anyway, maybe I'll get used to it and I just won't care anymore. But for now, it's a little funny, so I may end up getting a different type, different style of camera, something that's maybe a little more inconspicuous or whatever. Of course, me probably standing there talking to myself probably won't help my cause. You know what I could do? I could get one of those cool those little earpieces, that makes you look like you're really important. I could put one of those on. That way, people wouldn't know if it was I on the phone or am I just mumbling to myself. There's a thought. I can do that. And then that way, then find a way of hiding a camera in something, and then that way people wouldn't know. Well, and another thing is a lot of people they do not want their picture taken or certain things filmed. Like, it's funny. And I think it's good advertising. I mean, there's what? I mean, there's what, like 3,000 plus of you guys, now, which, by the way, is amazing. And I was going to try to do a video on that when we cracked that, but I think that was around the time when I got sick, so I wasn't able to crank out like a subscriber update video. But that's true. There is 3,000 of you, actually 3,000 plus. In fact, I think I looked the other day, there's like 3,100 of you guys. I mean, the support is awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you enjoy these videos, and I love making these, and I love listening to your comments. I've been getting tons and tons and tons of comments and tons of questions. It's wonderful. Just ask away. It may take me a while to get through them. So be patient. I'll get to you. I will. I promise. I will respond to you. But I just kind of got to get to you, because some questions are very involved, some questions are quick, so it all depends on the question, so I will get to you. But kind of getting off on a tangent, I'm sorry. I had a fellow YouTuber mention those moments are like squirrel. Anyway, right? Those of you that haven't seen the Disney movie Up, you need to watch that movie and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that have, feel free to laugh along. But anyway, I get sidetracked very easily. And that brings me to, actually, while I'm thinking about it, before I get sidetracked again, while I'm thinking about it, that makes me think, Eric William, if you're watching this, thanks for having me on your live broadcast that you did, your Tech Talk. Those of you that don't know who that is, Eric William, he has I'm looking at it on the screen, that I want to make sure I get it right, the mkme.org. And he has his channel, his Eric William channel, and he does live shows every now and again. I apologize, Eric, I haven't watched a whole ton of your videos. I did see the space videos. Those were pretty darn cool. Those of you that don't know, he has where he launched like an Arduino platform, I believe, and also I think it was it a GoPro? Is that what it was? Forgive me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. I watched the videos real quick right after your live broadcast. So anyway, if you're watching, Eric, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. But anyway, the GoPros, I think he sent a GoPro up or whatever, but he could attach it to basically a weather balloon and just let it go up. And of course he had, I believe, on board like an Arduino or something that basically had some GPS coordinates and things like that, so he could figure out how high it went and also recover the device once the whole experiment was over with. And that was pretty darn cool. Like, I mean, that thing was like headed towards space. And so anyway, he does videos like that as well as other electronics videos. And oh, Eric's a home brewer too, and cheers to that, buddy. I'm also a big home brewer. So, and he actually even does a homebrew video, which I thought was quite great. That was a nice change of pace. I hope you didn't catch any flack for that. You know, people telling you that you got off target or whatever, because I like that kind of stuff. I like a little bit of variety. And those of you guys out there, let me know if you want to see like a kind of a spin-off instead of just hardcore electronics all the time. If you want to see me, I don't know, do whatever, if you want to see me like show you some of my other hobbies I have that's besides electronics. Obviously electronics is my biggest one, but I do have other hobbies. If you guys would like to see something, maybe I'll do a video on something else that I like to do or something. I don't know. Anyway, but thanks again to Eric William. If you, like I said, again, if you haven't checked him out, I'll see if maybe I can put a link here in the video somewhere, or maybe I'll just put it down in the description, whichever. But go check his channel out. His channel is really cool, especially now that I'm kind of involved in the maker community as it's being come to known. I like to reach out and talk to lots of people that are out there and talk to the different guys out in the maker community, and I like to support everybody's channels and whatnot. And so I really enjoyed that, Eric, where that part where you had the different channels that you look at. That was nice, because some people don't know about a few of those guys that do really well. I'm subscribed to quite a few of those that you were showing as well, and there's some really good content providers out there, good YouTube educators as we're come to be called. So yeah, so check out his channel. His channel's pretty cool. Yeah, this video is probably going to be a long one because I've got quite a bit to talk about and say. So anyway, just forewarning, because I think we're already like 12 minutes in, so it's going to be a little bit longer. So stay with it if you want. I got a bunch of stuff to show you guys. Like I said, I've been hard at work at getting some stuff, actually a lot of stuff for the channel, and also getting some supplies for here in the shop. That's like one thing that is awesome that I do recommend. If you do a lot of surface mount work, I'm in the process of putting this all in, but on Amazon, they make these different kits. I don't know if you can see this, but these are capacitors, all different. See, you can see the 1.5 microfarad or whatever that is, and whatnot. But they'll give you, these are all 0805 parts, which, I don't know, I like 0805 parts because I can, well, number one, I can see them. That's always a plus. Number two is that if you do decide you want to go to 0603 parts, technically, really the way it works in the industry is it's kind of whatever the industry's going with is what will drive the price of it. And what I mean by that is right now the industry, and I think they're going out too, but right now the industry is kind of, really running hard on 0603 parts, which is the size smaller than 0805. I think that's even starting to kind of go out, and we're actually going to the really small, I think it's the 0204s, I think is what are kind of big now in the industry, but still 0603. Well, usually something that's really, really, really prevalent in the industry, lots of companies are using, manufacturers make, just gobs of that. So generally, they'll be a little bit cheaper. You can get resistors and stuff for like a penny, or even parts of a penny if you're buying, in 100 part lots or something. You can get them for like a penny, and things like that. Or even, if you're buying reels of it, you'll get them for like pieces of a penny. I mean, it's ridiculous how cheap it can get for passive components like resistors and capacitors, based on the size. And like the old 1206 parts, which are nice, nice big parts that you can see to solder and stuff. If you notice, the price actually kind of, they're more expensive now. I mean, we're talking pennies, really. Like it's 2, 3, 4 cents or so. I mean, we're talking small. But if you're going to be doing a production batch or something where you're making 100, 200 product, boards or whatever, you start having to look at this. But the 1206 parts are a little bit more expensive than the 0805, and so on and so forth. The 0805 is a little more expensive than the 0603, you know, because the 0603 is very, very common in the industry. So, but here's a trick. Here's a trick though. You can solder an 0805 part on an 0603 pad. I may show a video of how to do that. I've been thinking about doing a video like soldering techniques, different little, you know, tips and tricks that I've learned over the years from industry professionals, and also just discoveries on my own of different little tips and tricks and reworks and little things you can do to rework a circuit board, or, you know, save a little money here and there by doing different things and whatnot. Because especially circuit board rework, because I know that certain things, like if you're going to be doing FPGA work, let's say, or something like that, or you're doing high-speed circuitry of some sort, you absolutely cannot breadboard it. Like that's out. There's no way, because there's certain things, like certain memories and certain bus speeds and certain protocols and things like that. If you're running them at the high speed that you're doing, you know, where you don't want, there's some things won't even communicate if the speed isn't right. And so a board like that, a breadboard like this that has all kinds of inductance and capacitance and just blah in it, that's not going to work. You need to actually have a circuit board made, and we're talking a good quality circuit board like this. That won't be something you'll be able to just scribe at home. You know, you need to go ahead and pay the money, have someplace like OSH Park or someplace like that build you a board, you know, or, you know, send it out and have a board made for you. Well, then comes the problem, well, what if you rework it? You know, what if you made a mistake in your board layout? Well, you know, because that's the biggest gripe, is everyone says that's why breadboards, you know, you can just pull the wire out, move it over, and, you know, change stuff around. Well, actually, you can do that with real boards too. It's a little bit more involved. It's a little, you know, more tedious, but you can rework a circuit board. And I don't know if a lot of people didn't know. I know when I was in college and stuff, you know, I mean, you for some reason you have it in your mind that once it goes onto a circuit board, it's like permanent. It's done. And if you need to change it, you're gonna have to respin the board. Well, not necessarily. You can make mods to the board, and there's some different techniques and different tips and tricks of how to do that, to get basically a prototype going, and basically kind of get a lot of your stumbling blocks out of the way. And then, you know, then you have a pretty good, you have, you know, like a 98% chance of that the next spin of the board, everything that was a problem, you've pretty well corrected, because you've actually been able to rework the board and test it. So some other stuff. I may do a pass-through video. I had a couple of requests for that to show you my kind of lab setup I've got here. I may do that in a subsequent video, but anyway. Now on to the really cool stuff, okay? This is going to be the stuff I ordered specifically for videos here, and I don't think I'll change the camera around. I'll just hold it up where you can see it. But I guess I can show this stuff first. We'll show that last. That's going to be something really cool. I finally ordered and got, because I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, but I finally got a whole bunch of these programmable or addressable LEDs. See, each one has a little chip and it's addressable. And the cool thing about it, these are like hermetically sealed in here, in this. I don't know, it's like the craziest thing. You could probably dunk this in water. It's like I said, it's literally hermetically sealed inside there. It's like this plastic goo that's in there. So outdoor stuff, okay? That's basically what we got going on here. But, and I believe these are tricolor. Yeah, they are. These are tricolor LEDs. So we're gonna have some fun with this stuff. That's gonna be some fun stuff to play with. So I got that, and then I did splurge and I got the, let me shrink down here. Yeah, I got the Raspberry Pi B+. So we're gonna be checking this little guy out, seeing what little secrets this little guy has in store for us. I've already got, you know, obviously we've got the Raspberry Pi, you know, that's the Model A, I think. I think that's the A, because there's an A plus. It's a little different, but I think that's the A. And then, yeah, we've got the Raspberry Pi B plus. So I'm waiting on some different things for this. It has, it does not have the RCA video output on it anymore. Instead, they put like a what is that? An 1/8 inch jack that's like one of those quad jacks. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, I've got something like that. It's basically one of those kind of, except this one's only got 3 positions on it. Whereas it's actually the quad, because it's got the left and right audio and the video and the ground. So it's actually 4 pieces, but that's what it is. It looks like a headphone jack, but the way it's wired is really strange. Normally, let me show you. Normally on one of these, this back part, the part closest to the back, you know, this right here, is usually the ground. On the Raspberry Pi B plus, for some reason they made this, the video, the actual video, so basically kind of like the positive, and then they made the next one up, the next section up on this, the ground. What? Why? I don't know. Almost every cord you find is the other way around. The ground is the bass, the next one's the video, the next one's the, I think, left audio, and the next one's the right audio. You know, but for some reason on the Raspberry Pi B plus, they like flopped it. I don't know. I don't understand that thinking. But anyway, so it does have the HDMI port on it, like normal. So what I've done is I've actually, it's not here yet, but I've ordered kind of like a HDMI video capturing type device, so that way I can capture the video that comes out of this thing and, you know, make the video for you guys with it. So wait on that piece, and then we'll start seeing more videos and stuff with this. So that's something to look forward to. Two more things. So bear with me. How much time we got? We got a little while. I'll save the coolest for last. I also ordered one of these crazy little guys. This is a Force Flex or Flex Force sensor. It is a force sensor. Okay, now remember Eric, hopefully, if Eric's actually bared with me through this whole video, hopefully, Eric, if you're still here, if you're still watching, I like homebrewing. Lots of people do. What's a problem with your kegs and knowing when to brew more? Well, a problem is I can't see inside the keg. I don't know how much is left. Now, I mean, you can always lift up on it, you know, and kind of judge and kind of guess by how heavy it is. You know, it's starting to get empty. I better do a new batch. At least I'm sure that's probably how the majority of homebrewers do it. But wouldn't it be cool if you had an electronic system that would tell you reasonably within a few ounces of where the liquid level was? I got an idea. I think what I'm going to try to do, this is 100, if I remember right, 100 pound. This is a 100-pound force sensor, so it will register from 0 to 100 pounds. What it is as you press on this little circular part right here, it has, really it's a 2-pin connector. I think they give 3 pins for stability, but it's a 2-pin connector. It's basically a resistor. That's all it is. The more you squeeze it, the higher the resistance goes. And, you know, if you let the pressure off of it, the resistance goes down. So you could simply ADC this and get a reasonably close value. Now, I don't know temperature-wise and things like that. I mean, that's going to be stuff that I'll have to test and play with. You know, it could have different temperature differences. So, you know, if you put it in a 33, 35, or 40-some degree environment, it may, this thing may get weird. But we may have to temperature compensate it or something like that. I don't know. It looked fun. I saw it. I bought it. It looks fun. So, something to try. So, that's one. They sent it in a gigantor box. Anyway, last but not least, what I think is going to be the coolest project, and this will be a project build for us, is how many people like James Bond? You know, any James Bond fans out there, you know, love the little gadgets and the cool little, you know, things like the pin gun and all that cool stuff, okay? I always thought it was cool on those spy shows, whether it be James Bond or whatever, just those spy shows, to have that tracking device, where they take the little black box, and they have some little deal they shoot out of a gun that sticks to something, or they take a black box and they stick it to the bottom of the car or whatever, and then they pull out that fancy little instrument that tells them exactly where the car is, anywhere, type of a deal. I think we're going to make one of those. What we're going to do is been shopping at Adafruit. Adafruit has, or at least they advertised this, that was pretty cool. This is the Adafruit Ultimate GPS Breakout. It's a little GPS module that's in a breakout board, okay? It even comes with a little battery thing, so you can put a little coin cell battery in it and whatnot. I don't think we'll do that. We'll power it off of a LiPo, but still, it's a GPS module. This little guy, from what I've read, seems pretty cool. The minute you fire it up, it basically outputs via serial, but it looks like, I think the minute you fire it up with power or whatever, and let it get its satellite fix or whatever, it starts pumping out data. And so, and it's via serial, and so, but it just starts pumping out the GPS coordinates and coordinal data. Awesome. So that's going to tell us where our tracking device is, okay? But how are we going to get it back somewhere? Because what if that thing went, range is an issue, is what I'm trying to say. We can't just RF it, because what if it was on a car and they drove off and, they went, 20 miles. You're probably not going to, unless you got a pretty powerful transmitter and things like that and a receiver to boot, you're probably not going to be able to really do that very well with RF, or at least have it where it's inconspicuous, right? So therefore, another cool little gadget. This is the Adafruit Fauna SMA transmitter. What this little guy is, I'll even take it out of the bag for you. This is quite literally a cell phone on a circuit board, like literally. There she is, and it has a little antenna port too, so you can like a little BNC on there. It has audio right there, USB. You stack in your GSM SIM card into the little SIM card holder thingy, and this thing has talk, text, and data. So it'll do it all. It'll do talk, text, and data. Awesome. So which means we could basically hook this to a micro. You could basically send a text message to a phone number, okay, SIM card phone number, and have it basically have the microcontroller start firing up, reading, this is my thought, reading the GPS data, transmitting it over this, maybe over text message, or maybe email, have it start emailing it to you or something like that, and start sending you the GPS coordinate data. And since it's cellular, you can, within reason, be anywhere, at least, I don't know about in the world, but at least anywhere in the United States on the GSM network. Now, theoretically, you should probably be able to do it anywhere in the world, but we'll say at least, since I'm in the US, anywhere in the US, this should work. And then we'll couple that with, I bought a LiPo battery charger. They have that. I could take and get the charger IC and put it down myself and everything, but then I'd have to make a board, and I'd have to, build all kinds of, buy it. It's easier. This really wasn't that bad. I don't even remember. It was just a few dollars, so, heck with it. So that's basically what's in store, and then of course I think I bought a little antenna for it. Because I'm going to see what it's like, if it'll even need that antenna or not, because obviously you want it to be as inconspicuous as possible. And I had, well, maybe I don't, I had a little box for it too, that I've got tons of boxes and cases and things laying around, so I'll probably try to fit it all into a little box that makes it inconspicuous. So guys, that's it for the basically the mailbag. That's basically what this is, because this is all coming, and I've got even more stuff coming that's on its way. Like I said, I got a thing so we can do the Raspberry Pi. So we got some cool stuff. We got LED rope wire, addressable LED, whatever. We've got the Raspberry Pi B+. We've got a force sensor. We've got basically a little, you know, thing that we're going to be doing GPS and stuff. And then that doesn't mean that we're only going to build that one thing. I mean, I'm going to probably do that, and then I'll tear out the GPS module. We'll play with that. We'll put it in maybe some sort of little helicopter thing. I don't know. I haven't done anything with like motors and things yet, really, outside of stepper motors and stuff. So maybe we'll put it in some sort of little quadricopter or something, go find it or something. Or maybe we'll make a geocaching thing or something. I mean, I don't know, you know, fun stuff. And then the cellular thing, I don't know, we'll probably do other cool stuff with that. I mean, that'll be awesome since it's got a data plan or whatever on it. So fun stuff is ahead. So I apologize, this video has run really long, but I had a lot of stuff to cover. I wanted to do this in kind of multiple videos, but here it all is. I just laid it all out for you. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, let's put, I don't know, what should we make the word of the day should be? We should make the word of this video, oh, I don't know, let's make it new. We've got a new year, we've got new stuff, we got new videos coming out. Use the word new in your comment. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, somehow use new. Like if you got a new project or you've got a New Year's resolution, love to hear it, love to listen to you, love reading you guys' comments. So throw that down there in the comments. I'll know you made it all the way to the end of the video. And throw a like up if you liked all this. That really helps the channel. Share it if you can. That helps a lot too. Sharing and collaborations is wonderful. And guys, take care. Check me out on Twitter and Instructables and those other little places. And guys, I think that ought to do it, finally. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.